Hello, everyone, and today we are going to be looking at the Atlantic and the Pacific alike. For the Pacific, we are looking at Hurricane Hillary, which has maximum sustained winds of 130 miles an hour within recording this. And in the Atlantic, we do have some tropical waves that we do have to look out for. So let's get into it. And all of these could spell trouble in some part of the U.S., like it or not. So first off, we are looking at Hurricane Hillary, which as of right now has 130 mile an hour sustained winds, and it's gonna spell some trouble towards Baja California and for Southern California. Keep in mind that this is exceptionally rare. Exceptionally rare. So, as of right now, the last time that a tropical storm or a tropical cyclone in general has made landfall in California, because this, I don't know if this could swerve off towards California, I don't know if it'll make landfall towards Baja California, but the last time that a tropical cyclone has made landfall in California was 1939. So this is a big freaking deal, and I'm here to crack it. So, as of right now, maximum sustained winds of 130 miles an hour, movement northwest at 12 miles an hour. And we do have those tropical storm warnings in place in Baja California and in some parts of Mexico. We do have that tropical storm watch also in Mexico. We do have some hurricane warnings actually, as hurricane conditions will hit because this storm is really big. So even if you guys aren't in the cone or like are very on the edge of the cone, don't care. This is gonna be a very dangerous situation, wind and rain wise. And we do have those tropical storm watches in Southern California, in San Diego, and all of those places. So the U.S. rainfall potential. This will be a big deal for those in Los Angeles, Santa Maria, Bakersfield, and San Diego, as very heavy rain, severely heavy rain, catastrophically heavy rain, um, will be headed towards that area. In Bakersfield, near Los Angeles, San Diego, you guys will have 4 to 6 inches of rain, 6 to 10 in some spots, 10 inches of rain in some isolated spots. Las Vegas, Tonopah, you guys need to be watching this too. Reno, Ely, Fresno, even San Francisco. You guys need to be watching this, as this storm will be a very heavy rainmaker. Even though it might not be a windmaker, just be prepared for some gusty winds as well, by the way, because even though it is weak, there will still be some gusty winds as it is still a tropical storm. So, flash flooding potential. Las Vegas, San Diego, Yuma, and Las Vegas are near the high risk. San Diego is actually almost within the high risk, and so is Los Angeles. Las Vegas, Yuma is in that moderate risk. Bakersfield, Tonopah, Cedar City, Ely, you guys are in that slight risk, and Santa Maria, San Francisco, Red Bluff, Reno, Lakeview, Salt Lake City, Blanding, Winslow, Phoenix, Tucson, Grand Junction, Rock Springs, Salt Lake City, I don't know if I already said that, is in that marginal risk. As this thing will dump buckets of rain in this area, especially in South California. So let's look at the key messages. Key messages. Heavy rainfall associated with Hillary will begin well in advance of the center from the Baja California Peninsula into the southwestern United States. Preparations for the impacts of flooding from rainfall should be completed as soon as possible, as heavy rain will increase ahead of the center on Saturday. On the southwestern United States, flash urban and arroyo flooding is possible, with the potential for dangerous and locally catastrophic impacts. Hurricane conditions are expected within portions of the hurricane warning area along the west central coast of Baja California Peninsula Saturday night and are possible in the hurricane watch area. Tropical storm conditions are possible by late Sunday in portions of Southern California where a tropical storm watch is in effect. Large swells generated by Hillary will affect portions of the southwestern Mexico, the Baja California Peninsula, and South California over the next few days. So yeah, guys, this is going to be a pretty dangerous storm. This will be a potentially catastrophic storm. So yeah, it's definitely going to be something very big and very eventful for those in Southern California. So, yeah, let's just take a look at Hillary, because my God, that thing is a mammoth. That thing is an absolute mammoth, a behemoth of a storm, a very big behemoth of a storm, and it's gonna be just insane. So let's pull up Radar Omega and just look at that storm, as this will potentially be something pretty dangerous for Southern California. So yeah, let's look at Radar Omega. So, let me pull up to the satellite. Let me go to Hurricane Hillary, and let's look at this storm that could be hitting Baja. My goodness me. Look at that. Look at that circulation. Look at that eye wall. Look at that. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And let's look at the long wave infrared. So let's look. God, that eye is just completely circular. It is completely circular, and it does have more of an annular look to it instead of like it being a north sided storm. It's definitely more annular than north sided, but it will start getting north sided according to the models. And speaking of models, let's look at what the GFS is saying about this storm. Yeah, so let's look. Yeah, it is currently loading. So look at that. This is a behemoth of a storm. This right, it obviously it won't be like that way once it gets to Southern California. Yeah, look, it's gonna become more north loaded, and boom, it's just gonna come in, just straight up that way. And looking at the Atlantic, which is also gonna be something that we're potentially gonna have to watch because look at that. Look at that. That is a high watch, people. That is a high watch. Because looking at these new models, it's gonna be something pretty freaking bad. So let's look at this. My god, yeah. No, that's that according to the GFS model, this thing is going to look like it's going to be just barreling towards Florida. Sorry, mind you, as I am changing the banners. So bear with me here. But yeah, look at that. Look, it's just a storm barreling straight towards Florida, San Juan, Port-au-Prince, just everywhere. It's gonna be literally everywhere. This is a high watch, people. High watch. So yeah, it's gonna skirt towards San Juan and then just make its way towards Florida, like pretty freaking fast. I'm gonna try to pause once it gets towards Florida. It's at San Juan. No, that's the wrong storm. Whoops. This is the storm. Boone, San Juan, Port-au-Prince, Florida. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty gnarly according from the GFS model. And let's look at the Euro model, which does take a little bit more of a tamer side. Unfortunately, this does not have the composite reflectivity. So let's look at the 850 millibar winds. Let's look. Yeah, let's look at this. Yeah, this could be potentially hazardous for the Atlantic. The tropics are awakening. No matter what no matter how much you try, the tropics are awakening. Yeah, look at that. Look at that storm over there. Anywhere where that wind shear isn't there, anywhere where that dry air isn't there, it's gonna cause problems. It's gonna cause some flip flapping problems. Okay. So yeah, that is the Euro model. Um, and some news for Florida. Let's look at the three, the NAM 3KM. There is a tropical wave that is going to be headed towards Florida and could spin up in the Gulf of Mexico. So let's look at that. Yeah, this is going to be definitely a season to remember. Hopefully, um, there aren't a lot of impacts to the United States. Hopefully, let's cross our fingers that that's that tropical wave headed towards Florida. Gonna bring a wallop of rain towards Florida, and then this is where it starts getting interesting. In the Atlantic, it's gonna be a tropical wave towards Florida, and then it's gonna move to the Gulf of Mexico and start spinning up to cause something else. So yeah, let's get off our radar Omega and move on to tropical tidbits. So yes, let's not share screen anymore. Let's unshare screen and move on to tropical tidbits. Okay, so yeah, look at Hillary in that satellite loop. It's loading because I do not have really good internet, but look at that. Look at Hillary. That thing's a freaking menace. If that thing were to barrel towards California, all hell would break loose. But thankfully, water in California is very low and very cold. So it's probably not even gonna be a hurricane by the time it gets there. So yeah, let's look a little more in depth. Let's not look at the composite reflectivity, and now let's just look at um not the photograph. Let's look at this storm that could be headed toward. It could be a trouble storm. So let's look. Yeah, that's the storm. That is Hurricane Hillary. That's another tropical wave that's gonna swerve off to sea, and then this. It's not showing up yet because I'm on the CONUS. There we go. 1000, 1001, 995, 996, 992, 970. This thing is gonna rapidly intensify. I'm talking rapidly intensify. It's gonna be a 990 by the time it hits Florida. This could be another Katrina by all means, because the Gulf of Mexico is so warm. There's 90 degrees. Like the average temperature right now is 88 degrees. That's bath water. That is bath water. Look, see, it's just a weak tropical wave 1000, 1001, 995, 992, 979. That is freaking insane. And then there's Hillary that's going up toward Baja California and Southern California. There is a lot to watch, people, in the tropical world. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be something very insane, very unprecedented, and something that we are going to watch. Hopefully, um, we are gonna have a safe season this year. Hopefully, nothing very major happens. Cause hurricanes are interesting. Tropical waves, hurricanes are interesting. But once it hits land, it starts not becoming interesting and it starts becoming concerning. But y'all have me. Y'all have a lot of other meteorologists and a lot of other people in the same field. And trust me, y'all, we got you covered. In thick and through, um, hell or high water. I'm thinking of more sayings. Yeah, river high, mountain low. Whoops. River low, mountain high. Um, so yeah, let's look at one more thing, and then we are off. Just doing a little overview. Just gonna be looking at the North Atlantic. Well, yeah, the North Atlantic. Where is it? Yeah. Now, yeah. Now we have a clear view. Clear view. Yeah, weakens because of those mountains, and then boom, it hits towards Florida. Could potentially become something, something very, um, insane. Um, how did that? Not sounding, man. Um, it's gonna be something insane, bro. Yeah, there's a tropical wave. It starts strengthening because of those very warm waters. 996, 995, 980 something. Weakens, heads towards Florida. So 990, 992, 979. It's gonna be insane. Very insane. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys, folks. So yeah, that's why is there a freaking ad there? Sorry. Um yeah. Thank you guys. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your evening and stay safe, stay weather savvy. Peace.